Hello everybody, and welcome back to the third episode of Kerbal Space Program. My name is Steven Marcateros, and let's get to flying some ships. This episode I hope to be getting into orbit and then eventually getting to the moon to end up like this ship right here. Because we need more science, and we need more reputation, and we need more money to basically just kind of get over, or kind of get into the game. Because right now, we're sort of at the beginning where we don't really have that much stuff to do anything, but we need the stuff to kind of expand on. So we're kind of like in a fragile stage. Once you kind of get to the bigger parts, you can go to a lot of places. But right now, we're still stuck with the small little stuff we have. Like, I don't even think we honestly have radial decouplers even done. The ship I built the other day, the one that was supposed to go into suborbit, I believe, don't quote me on this, but I believe it has enough delta V to make it into orbit around Kerbin, especially if we were to take off a few parts. So let's load it up while I take this drink of Mountain Dew. Now that's what I call a drink right there. Okay, look at the suborbiter. Yes, we used our last episode to get ourselves into suborbit around the planet, mainly just for the reasons of question mark, question mark, question mark. So I think we could take off the science gear, since all we need to do is get into orbit and just fly with the ship kind of intact like this. We're not going to take off yet before we actually accept the contract, so let's save it as the suborbiter 2. And save, and then we'll launch. No, wait, no, crap. Oh, I didn't want to launch that. Ooh, darn, no, I wanted to exit, not launch. There's a difference, game. There's a difference. I will tell you that. Can we recover for full price? We never even took off, did we? Yeah, let's go to the Space Center. We'll accept the contract at the Space Center, you know, and they'll, like, carry it up on a ladder up to the ship, and they'll be like, okay, guys, you need to go to orbit. Yes, if we go to our missions... Which one's the missions? I think it's this one? Yes. Orbit Kerbin. Accept. Yes, we need to get around the planet with that engine there. Or not that engine, with our craft. So, if we get back onto the suborbiter 2, we go to fly it. Yeah, flying the suborbiter 2, except this time it's going to be a full orbiter, so I guess I didn't rename it for some reason. Now, let's look over its contracts and see. Orbit Kerbin. Achieve orbit around Kerbin. Okay. So, this is a really basic craft. I mean, this is literally super simple. So, if we screw this up, I am just basically in the red for the money that we lost. But, hopefully it will work. So, let's take off. Jebediah leading this expedition into orbit. Yes, hopefully it'll do okay. Okay, launch is looking good. Buildings are still intact. We haven't blown any of them up yet. Those were our previous surface exploration missions, which... they did not end very well. Most of them exploded. Yeah, usually it was Bill's fault as well. I think he, like, died or something. Oh, that's horrible. So we're going to get up around 10,000 meters. 10,000, that's right. Yeah, 10,000 meters, and then we're going to perform a gravity burn to try and get ourselves into a stable and efficient orbit around the planet. Efficient is the key word there. Let's actually make a new action group and assign this... middle engine to it, so when we start up, or when we push these off, we won't have, like, so much fuel left in here that our weight to lift ratio is completely unbalanced, because that would be a bad thing. I mean, usually it's an okay thing, but I mean, that would be bad. So we can begin to turn to the side now, and kind of begin to get into a more radial orbit, I guess is the fancy term they use. Yes, that explodes. I know it explodes, but it's just an effect of what has to happen. So, yeah, as you can see, our apoapsis is increasing in atmosphere, but it is not turning too much to a direction. So I am going to remedy that by turning us onto our side. Yeah, there we are. We're going up. That's the only place that we want to go, is up. Well, I mean, like, up and into orbit. That's not really up, because in space, up is kind of relative. I mean, this game, obviously, this direction is sort of up, but... You get the point. You get the point of what I'm trying to say to you. Look at that. We are now into space, but I usually kind of burn out this engine here, trying to get into kind of like a good approach on it. But I think that's going to leave that at 80, because... I mean, this is a pretty okay... This isn't a great injection, or not an injection burn, a great orbital burn, but it's better than some I've seen in the past. How long? Estimated 49-second burn. Oof, that might be a bit long. So yeah, somewhere around there. We're just going to wait, and hopefully our battery will not die. In the meantime, while we wait around the planet. We can only spend so much time in orbit as well, mainly just because we'll just run out of electricity. And once we run out of electricity, we're kind of screwed. So, yeah, I got to watch out for that. Look at that. And we are in space. Yes, the final frontier. The only place left for human experimentation and space bank robberies. Yeah. You can put weapons in space, apparently. You can put weapons in space, and they're perfectly legal. You just can't put nuclear weapons into space. I probably should have waited a little bit more towards Apps. I think that stage just burned out, to be completely honest. So let's move that engine there, and we will activate it. Activate engine! Yeah, look at that! Oh, blasted off. Okay. Small little pod we got going on here, but very efficient in terms of fuel usage. Actually, I should probably just calm the craft down and wait to get back towards... Ah, crap! Ah, clicked on the planet. Darn, I hate it when that happens. Okay, yep, okay, let's hit the engines, and let's get our orbit around Kerbin. It looks like we're going to have enough fuel. It's promising right now. Very promising. If we don't, this is a very good suborbit. Yeah, we'll definitely get it. And I think we are in an orbit. We are in an orbit! Yes! Look at that, Jeb. You were able to do it. You got into an orbit. Look at that. We just completed a contract. Which contract? Achieve orbit around Kerbin. Yes! We got a whole bunch of cash back. We got a whole bunch of reputation, probably. And we got a whole bunch of science. Did we get science? I have no idea if we got science for that. Let's see if we can actually do an EVA report in space. In orbit. Just above Kerbin's water. 0. Well then, we'll board, and we'll see if we can do a crew report. Nope, that is also completely useless. So let's kind of make our way around the planet a little bit until we get over like a continent or something. Is it a continent? I can't tell. Yeah, that's water. And continent! Look at you, continent. Fancy schmancy. See if we take a crew report here. In space near Kerbin. Nope. Darn. No fancy readings. Although, Jeb, you are flying away. Oh, look at that. From above Kerbin's highlands. Let's keep that data. Jeb, you mind getting back into the craft, sir? Thank you. We don't have... RCS fuel actually costs us money now, so I'd prefer if you didn't waste it. Sir. Well, Jeb, what are you doing? Jeb, reorient yourself, bro. Reorient yourself. Jeb, I demand... What is it, like shift right? Shift left. Oh, crap. He's lost his mind now. Okay, Jeb, you're gonna blow all the budget on this, man. What was it? It was this one is to reorient your Kerbals. Yes, like that. No, crap. I don't know what I've just done. Well, let's get you back in. Let's get you back in, Jeb. Oh my good gosh, you are burning all of the fuel in your pack. When I get back to Kerbin, I'm gonna tell him what you did. I am gonna tell him what you did. And don't fly off again, Jeb! Jeb, what do you think you're doing? Into playing this funny business with me. Get in the spacecraft. Get in the spacecraft. I will forever use spacebar as my up button just because I think it's that, but it's really shift. Come on. Come on. Come on, stay in! Get in! Yes! Yes! Okay. And now let's plan out our deorbital burn so we do not land somewhere where we will die, because that would be very bad. If we just deorbit. Yeah, that should be okay. Maybe a little bit more, because we'll slow down, you know. Slowing down is a part of this game. It happens. Yeah, this should probably be good. We should probably land somewhere around here-ish, I think. Oh, is that an arrow I saw? Is that an arrow? That is indeed an arrow I saw. Wow, talk about useful. And that should only be apparently a 1-second burn. So yeah, and it's apparently coming up in only 52 seconds, so should be very quick. And we could really activate the burn in about any time about now, but okay, let's do it. Okay, and oh, that was done. Okay, yep, we're gonna come down right over the continent. Should be good. Now, who is ready to land? We have a parachute? Yes, we do. We have an engine? Yes, we do. No landing legs, though. Landing legs were not required. But that's okay. Look at that. We're also going to land on the daylight side of the planet. At least I hope. I think. I mean, it was nighttime. Sunset, maybe? Daylight. It should be daylight. Yeah, it's going to be daylight. It'll be daylight. Yeah, the sun is just because we're in space. It makes it look all funky. Okay, coming down at 4 times time acceleration. Let's turn off the SAS so we don't burn up extra energy. Let's face this way, because we can. Coming into the atmosphere. This is ground control to Jebediah. Ground control to Jebediah, you're gonna die. I'm just kidding. Just quoting some famous songs right there, if you don't know which. I don't know if you can be watching the series right now. It's a pretty important thing. Chris Hadfield sung it. If you don't know who Chris Hadfield is, then you really need to catch up on your recent science. Chris Hadfield's a pretty big deal, yo. You know, scientist, ISS. You don't know if you don't know what the International Space Station is, then I mean, I don't even know why you are playing Kerbal Space Program, because you probably just disbelieve in the existence of the International Space Station altogether. Look at that. We are now spinning out of control as we re-enter the atmosphere. It looks beautiful. As we come down over this very mountainous terrain, which looks like it may kill us, we landed way short of where I estimated we would land. But it does appear we are at least going to come down over some form of land, even though it is not anywhere near perfectly level. My dog is barking. Dog, stop barking. Okay, let's slow down time acceleration, because I'm getting a little bit scared about how low we are, because radar altimeter would be really useful right about now. Would you not agree? That dog needs to quiet down. That puppy dog's barking. I hope this microphone can't pick it up too well. Okay, let's land this. Okay, there we go. That's landed. That is a slope. That is indeed a slope. That is a very painful slope. That dog's just barking. Very annoying. Come on, okay. How low are we to the ground? Okay, that ground is right there. Okay, let's slow us down. Slow her down. Slow her down. Slow her down. Slow her down. Oh, okay. Whoa, oh, no, crap. Oh, no! Holy crap! Seriously, game. Good gosh, does everything have to explode? Ugh, let me go quiet those puppies and recover the vessel. Arrgh, puppies. I'm gonna go silence them. Puppies! Okay, and we are back with the mission summary for the Suborbiter 2. 8 science was gathered from the EVA report, and the recovery of vessel returned from Kerbin orbit yielded 10 science. That is absolutely incredible. Only 1 Gata was gathered, but that's okay. 18 science was earned, which brings us up to 103. Yeah, we must have earned some from some mission we met. Not very much funds were re-earned from that, but our value did go up. So yes, look at that. We now have 103 science, and our reputation is now way up there. Okay. Let's look at what kind of things we can unlock. We could go for electronics, or electrics as they call it a little fancily. Electrics would be kind of useful, because solar panels, basically, solar panels are just the whole thing, which makes it useful. But, you know, general construction would be useful as well. So before we get this, and also SAS would be really useful, yeah, before we get any of this, let us go out to the mission area. Yeah, explore the moon. Okay, there's a couple objectives. Let's see, what are the rewards? Completion. 135,000 cashola and 239 reputation. Ooh. Well, this might be interesting. Of course, it is sponsored by VACCO. Rescue Gusfred Kerman from Kerbin. Huh. Interesting. We could get some... That's a little bit of money, not a whole ton of reputation. And it does last for 5 years, but it expires in 3 days, so... Ooh. We gotta decide what we want to do with that. And we still have some active ones, but I am thinking that we are going to accept to explore the moon. Because why not? And we have to build a moon-capable craft. Yes, I know, it sounds very difficult, but building something moon-capable can be quite difficult at times. But moon-capable probably means that we'll need some sort of electronic system, but I don't think we actually get it, because we don't have flight control. Let's see if it'll let us get it. It let us get it for some reason, apparently. No idea why, but it did. So, next in the probe line would be... Actually, probes probably do come off of flight control. Yeah, they do. So, we don't have probes yet, but we do have 13 science and 18 to unlock stability. We don't even have nose cones or radial decouplers yet. Yeah, this space program's really cutting a tight budget here. But if we build a moon-capable craft, we can recover a lot of scientific data. Even if we don't visit the moon, just getting something from around the moon would be particularly useful. It's too bad I don't actually have radial decouplers fully unlocked. They're still an experimental part. I know, that's kind of horrible. So let us expand upon some ideas. If we could, yeah, get around the moon, that would be very interesting. What do we need for that? We could probably build us a larger suborbiter 2. It would be like a suborbiter 3, maybe. And then we could basically try and collect more science and data, not necessarily money. We're gonna have to try and live on our budget, otherwise we gotta turn something into that. What is this? The difference between these engines going on? Not sure, but this should work in theory. It should not explode. I really hope it will not explode. This is just for the goal of getting into orbit around Kerbin. I have no idea if it will work or not. I mean, everything I'm trying to do, I'm trying to make work, but I have no idea if it actually will. And let's add the scientific utilities back onto it, because we actually need to collect science again. So we can stick 2 on. We could probably do 1 in orbit of the moon and 1 maybe in low orbit. I have no idea. So this will be the Lunar 1. I guess we'll call it the Lunar 1. Is this gonna work? I couldn't tell you. See, so those 3 on the outside activate. I don't even know if that'll be enough to push us off. And then that'll decouple. These will fire. This will decouple. And this will fire as well, but I will leave this middle stage there available just in case we need it. We can always move it around mid-flight, and let's also move this engine off the parachute stage, because we don't want parachutes activating at strange times. But yes, that appears to be everything we can do. Let's try to make it to the moon. I know, it's a very exciting task that we've never tried before. Let's hope this really just doesn't explode on the launch pad, to be completely honest, because it might do that. Things have a history of just exploding on the launch pad, especially when I'm constructing them. And this game could be over quite quickly. It appears to work-ish. It's kind of leaning. It's like a Tower of Pisa. Yeah. Let's see, yeah, use the moon. Well, we're gonna do some of the things. We're gonna collect some data from around the moon. How does that sound? We can unlock some more stuff. Okay, let's take off. Yes! Incredible takeoff speed. We are really kicking it right here at whatever speed this is. Space Center is looking beautiful this time of day. We are going like a good 30, not even 30, maybe like 1 meter per second, maybe? Yeah, about, we're going on a little bit over a G. Darn that. This isn't the most efficient stage I've ever launched in my life, not going to lie. Let us launch the second stage right now, so it doesn't look so embarrassing. Yes. There we go. We can turn it down. No, let's leave it up. Why not? And then that should get us quite a big boost out of the lower atmosphere. We got plenty of fuel! Yeah, fuel. Who doesn't like fuel on a good day? Okay, and we're coming up to the release of the first stage. Hopefully this does not blow the craft apart. That'd be unfortunate if it did. Okay, let's release it. It didn't blow the craft apart, but it did blow itself apart. That's okay, though. Okay, and we are going upwards. We still have quite a bit of fuel left. I think we've only burned through about 1 tank here. Yep, just starting into our second one. Okay, and we're going to need to begin doing our turn here. We got the power of 3 engines. Yes, oh, Kerbin's already looking so beautiful from here. It looks like a horrifying painting. I don't know how else to describe it. It looks absolutely terrible, but that's okay. Looks probably much better than version 0.13 did. You know, that was the demo version back when I first bought the game. Yeah, very exciting stuff. Very exciting stuff. Okay, going up in the world. Basically, literally, yes, we are going up in the world. Okay, just want to make sure that we don't overdo it a little bit. I mean, there's not too much I'm relying on this for. We do need to basically get almost into an orbit with this stage right here. I have no idea if that will even be remotely possible. I know for a fact it should probably at least get us out of the foreseeable atmosphere and into other... kind of set us up, you know? Kind of like a setup stage. Okay, so we've basically flipped on our side now, and we are now gaining acceleration laterally. So I think that's the correct word to use. Okay. And, okay, that has been dealt with that. We did not actually get out of the atmosphere, so we have to fire our next engine. Okay, that's right. It's on a weird staging system. Race it up, and we'll release those. Okay, and let's get out of here. Yeah! Okay. So we have less fuel in this stage, but it is a much smaller craft, so I will admit that it does have some good things in that regard. And we just need to push this above, like, 75. It should be quite efficient, since we are mostly gaining direction that way. Yeah, no, direction that way. Very good. Very nice use of words right there. Steven, you really got this down, man. And let's get this up to about, like, maybe 80. We're picking up a lot of velocity that direction. 77. This might not be able to go as far as I originally thought it might. This could be a huge letdown mission. Maybe we cannot get to the moon with this. Maybe we cannot. And if so, then I guess we're just going to have to scrap it. And start over from scratch and try to figure out what the heck we did wrong. Yeah, okay. Yeah, we're just under half a remaining tank on the stage. That should be okay. This should not take that much to get into orbit. Oh, crap. Oh, crap. I kind of overshot that one. And I unlocked all the electronics, didn't I? And I never even stuck a single one on here. Nope. That really says how smart I am. Really says how smart I am. Well then, let's attempt to get ourselves into orbits. And then to the moon. Yes, lunar planning. That is always great fun. Who does not like planning to go to the moon? Who doesn't like planning to go to the moon? I love planning to go to the moon. I love going to the moon in this game. It's so much fun. Okay, we got 50 fuel left in the tank. And we are in an orbit. Yes, we are orbiting. Orbiting Kerbin. Now let's plan up our maneuver with the moon. I'm not actually sure how it works. I know the maneuver node. I know how maneuver nodes work, but I am not quite aware of how to plan it out with the moon. Let's figure out that somewhere over here. Yep. Okay. There we got an intersection with the moon right there. 20,000. Let's see if we can cut down on our amount of fuel and get quite similarly close. We want to get really close to the moon, but we don't want to hit it. We don't want to try to land on it. We just want to try to get near it. This does not appear to be that route, which takes me near it. And let's see if I give it a little bit more fuel. How much closer can we get to the moon? Okay, if I just click on this. If I click on you, periapsis. Periapsis symbol. Please let me click on you. Okay, no, it's not. Periapsis. There we go. And if we just kind of slide this around, 5, 4, 8, 9. Now we're gonna need more fuel. Okay, and just gotta get it on close. Okay. See, just changing our inclination do anything? That get us closer. That does get us closer. 40, 37, and okay, 362 meters is probably a little bit too close for comfort there. I'll get us down to like 2,000 meters maybe. I think below 5 is what we need. Maybe 2,500 is where I'll take us. 2,500. Ooh, that's a bit much. And ooh, that was still a bit much. Okay, that's 3. Okay, that's hitting the moon now. That's 1705. 1823. 2459. Okay, that should be good. 32-second burn. We're gonna need about 900 meters per second out of this. Ooh. That could be a problem. I don't know if we have that much left. Well, we can try. You know, it doesn't really take that much to land on Kerbin again. I don't think. Let's hope not. And settle you there. Settle, 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 settle. I don't want to use any more electricity than I have to keep us in our current position. Okay, 19 minutes from now, we will take off. Well, not really take off. We will continue our burn towards the moon. Okay, yes. Estimated burn. Apparently only 32 seconds. No idea how that's true. 7, 6. I guess the only game you really, or the only way you really proceed in this game is by taking serious risks, you know? If I wasn't risking this maneuver here, then I don't know if we'd ever get to the moon. You just never know about some things. Okay, I kind of overshot the amount of time it would take to do that burn. But let's do it! Okay, let's burn! Burn towards the moon, burn towards the moon. Okay. We can do this, game. We can do this. I have complete and utter faith in you. Let's do this. Okay. I think we're going to be able to do this. I actually think we are. Okay. Should be only 11 seconds. We should handle that. We're going to handle it like a boss. Yes, we are. We are indeed. Okay, yep, we're going to get there. We're going to do this. We are almost to the moon, my folks. Holy crap, we overshot. Ooh, crap. Let's try to reverse that. Although we do get close to the moon, it kind of appears that we're about to hit it. It's not preferred. Let's kind of reverse our action and okay, a little bit more, and where's our actual moon periaps? It's still hitting it. Let's go a little bit. 55. That's a bit far. 56 now. Good gosh, moon. You're really demanding of me today. Okay, let's do this in a reasonable manner. Do we need more? Okay, yep, a little bit more. Okay, how do you do this properly is you lower the thrust limiter down to a point where you can control it better. Okay, and let's... Yeah, that was still a bit too much thrust on the thrust limiter there. Okay, good gosh. We are really just burning the last of our fuel on this, aren't we? Mm-hmm. Yeah, we are. Okay. Okay, that's 1. That's about 2. Okay, that's good. Fine, we'll settle with 3. Since literally getting any closer would require literally, like, a little flick of the finger or something, and we get the small push of the craft by some solar radiation or something. But yes, we are flying out. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Let's do this. Okay, I said I should probably be doing some sort of experimentation when we get far out from the planet. We're not that far out from the planet, so I'll wait until we get kind of out near the moon. Once we're out near the moon, I guess you could pretty much say we're in the outer areas of Kerbin's. I have no idea. Well, we can always try. Let's see if we do a reading, what will it give us? High over Kerbin. Oh, yeah, but it's not really worth that much. We'll just reset it. And we will wait until we get into the lunar atmosphere. Oh, crap. Oh, you gotta be joking me. Oh, I missed it entirely. Oh, good gosh. Well, we don't have that much time until we fly out. We literally have 6 minutes. Yeah, went through all that work to get close to the planet, and I overshoot it. Oh, good gosh. Okay, let's do a crew report. Well, high in space over the moon. Okay, we'll keep the data. Let's do a Science Junior report. Okay, that is worth a considerable amount of science, actually. High over the moon, we'll keep that data. Mystery group report. And that is worth a considerable amount of data as well. Keep that. Jebediah Kerman, what do you have to say for yourself? You have to say... EVA report time, 24. Oh, yeah. Okay, well, this is still going to be worth a considerable amount of science, even though we literally overshot that, like, way too much. I just hope that we couldn't have done better. Okay. Oh, crap. No, Jeb! Holy crap, he has a mind of his own. He really hates boarding crafts. This is his problem. Fine, you are burning money by the second here. You know how our guy feels about that back in the finance department? So figure out his name. I will tell you how he feels about that. And look at that eclipse. That is going to be amazing if it ever happens. And, okay, we are now out of the moon. The moon is almost gone into the sun now. Ooh, but no, it's not going to. Let's do an EVA report out high over space. Yep, that's going to be another 8 science for the win. And let us figure out how we are going to do our return burn back to Kerbin. Oh, we accidentally hit the craft. Okay, just grab it. Just grab it. Okay, there we go. We are nowhere near Apoaps. Apoaps is way out there, and I don't even know what's going on. If we turn off that, will it still consume electricity? No, it will not. So we can literally fly all the way around the planet. We're gonna have to, and I mean, we are gonna get another thing, but we really can't take any more readings. So once we get out to Apoaps, we're going to turn the craft. We are going to commit a burn to go back to the... What the heck? Why are we now leaving Kerbin? Oh, crap. We just escaped Kerbin. Okay, oh crap. Not good, not good, not good, not good. Okay, if we do a small burn. I want to go back to Kerbin, take me home. Oh crap. How did we just get out of Kerbin? Someone please tell me. Okay, this is not good. This is really not good. I just messed up the mission, and there's a whole bunch of asteroids, and they're flying towards me. No. Okay, so if we try to speed ourselves down, we will indeed not hit the planet. How fast are we going? Good gosh. How do we intersect with planets again? We apparently never intersect with the planet ever again. Oh, good gosh. Oh, this cannot be good. How did this happen? Actually, how did this happen? Game, how did you let this happen? Okay, so if we deviate ourselves off to the side a bit, will we return? Will we ever return? We will never return. We will never return to the planet no matter what we do. I think that has now been confirmed, and I think it was already something I knew. Okay, we cannot leave Jebediah out here forever with boatloads of science on board the craft. It does not work. You must do what is necessary, Jeb. Do what is necessary for all of Kerbal kind. Literally slow down time and space. And don't encounter in forever and a half. Just encounter whenever it's necessary. Okay, so apparently with only like 100 meters per second, we can get back into orbit. Yes, please, and finally, thank you. Good gosh. Why? Why did this happen? I have no idea why this happened, but I'm going to quickly save the game right now. Okay, we just quick saved. I wasn't a big fan of quick saving, but apparently in 11 minutes, we have to burn to re-enter the planet. No, I just overshot it again. Oh, crap, we'll just do it right now. And the thrust limiter is on and kicking away, and so is our SAS system being off. Okay, let us turn the thrust limiter back up. Okay, and we will now burn fuel at 100% of the rate. No, 93. Okay, are we back on an intercept course with the planet? We are indeed. Okay, whew, we are re-entering. Oh crap, this would be a great time to do a reading right now from Jeb. He could get out and tell us what it's like out here. Let's do an EV report, man. 88 science. Holy crap, that is a lot of science. Actually, we should probably ditch the crew report and take a new crew report while we're out here as well. We might be able to get quite a bit of valuable science from that. Didn't mean to go interplanetary, but, well, it happened, so let's board. We have that. Let's see if we can overwrite the crew report. Because that's only worth 15 science. Let's reset that and let us take a crew report. 55 science. We will keep that data. We never even took our second chamber. We can do that right now. And 110 science. Holy crap. We are really going to be cashing it in when we get back to Kerbin. I will say that right now. That is if we get back to Kerbin. Because it is taking much more vigorous work. Look at how long we have to wait. 16 days before our guy can come back. Look, and now we have just re-entered back into the spectrum. Whew, finally. I probably need to exit and re-enter the map. It's not letting me control my, mappy. Apparently that's just how fidgety this thing is. I think if we just slow it down, though, we should come into collision with the planet again. We just want to get our, periapse way down. Yes, okay. So that solved that problem. Oh crap, we're even gonna encounter the moon again. Oh, good gosh. Ugh. I don't want to hit the moon. I don't want to hit the moon. I don't want to hit the moon. I just want to go back home. Just make me go back home. Okay, whatever, game. I will literally go around the moon for you again. I can't. Holy crap! Why is this so difficult? Just get back to Kerbin. Okay, fine, game. Fine, you want to play your little sadistic game with me, Kerbal Space Program? That's okay. I'll play your little sadistic game. But I'm getting back home no matter what you try to say to me. And there's an asteroid flying right by the planet. And it better not hit it. It will not hit it, but it'll be ridiculously scary. Okay, let's just fly around. Okay, and Moon, you are going to play a game with me that I am not going to enjoy. You like playing games with me, Moon. Look at that. It is now affecting our gravity directly. Again. We're on our way back out. Gladly. Good gosh. Okay, we can leave. Finally, Moon, let us leave. You have trapped us here for long enough. And we are escaping. No, we still have not escaped. Get me out of here. I don't want to revisit the Moon again. Okay, I do want to revisit the Moon again, but not in this kind of situation. That's Periaps, that's Apple Waps, and I still cannot even put in maneuver nodes right now. I have no idea why not. So I guess I will literally just control our return by hand. And apparently we are about to go on another collision course with the Moon. This time it is literally a collision course. We are going to hit the Moon if we don't do anything. And we are just going to go on burn at the Apple Waps like normal people would. Thank you. Game. Okay, we don't need to be so close. I think we actually just passed it. And, yeah, we don't get another one because we're going to hit the Moon. Oh, good gosh. Okay, and... Okay. I don't know what side of the planet we're going to be returning on, honestly. I almost don't care. If something were to happen to the science, though, I'd be quite mad. If another outside object really wants to mess with my day, it's never gonna hear the end of it. Okay, 19,000. That appears to be pretty good. I have no idea where we're going to come down, so we're just going to do a quick save right now. And let's kick it into the Kerbin's atmosphere. Where is Kerbin? I have no idea where Kerbin is. We're falling towards it, apparently. We're facing away from it. I don't see it. I still don't see it. Kerbin, where are you? Kerbin, stop stalking me. I cannot be this far away from you, but I still have no idea where you are. There you are, Kerbin. There you are. Are we going to be landing on daylight? I think we might be landing on daylight. No. This appears to be way too steep a trajectory. Wow, this is an insanely deep trajectory we're on. Right over an ocean as well. That's always great. Although, I don't even know if we're going to be making it to that ocean because we are coming in so darn low. Yeah, that's a mountain range right there. Oh, great. We're always blessed with the mountains. Okay, yeah, we're going to hit the ocean. It's pretty much determined already. And we will activate parachute whenever it becomes available to us. I don't think turning on its side actually has anything to do with the game yet, so... Yes. Let us parachute it all up. Okay, and... Whoop, and parachute is partially deployed. Okie dokes, okie dokes. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Okay, game is just processing stuff. I am just trying to make the best of the situation here. We're all going to die. That has already become clearly evident. It appears to be... Well, where the heck are we landing to? Next to somewhere frozen? I have no idea. We can turn off the SAS system. As we approach Kerbin once again for like the 80th time. Okay, let's hope that this ends well. Okay. We're quite close to the surface of the water, although we're not super close. Okay, now we are getting super close. Okay, okay, and let's slow ourselves down. Okay, and we're just going to kind of burn out the rest of our fuel like this. We're going to try and land at a really slow kind of pace here. There's the surface of the water, and let's recover the vessel, and let's recover. No! What the heck did we lose? We lost nothing. That was just bouncy water animation. Yes! We had the whole vessel land! Oh, how much science did we get? Let's recover it and see. How much did we get? How much did we get? How much is it? How much is it? Tell me, game. Tell me right now. 422 science! Holy Lunar 1, that is one heck of a lot amount of science for the price we paid. Oh, yeah. From orbit around the sun, we're 32 science behind space over the moon. Yeah. We got so much science from that. The parts, we actually were able to return a good amount of the funds from each of the stuff. 165 again. And crew Jebediah Kerman available for new missions. Okay. Wow, that was super enlightening and super fun. So, we did transmit or recover scientific data from on the moon, but we still have to land on it and get data from the surface of it, which is be fun and easy on its own, don't you think? And we're also have to decide what to do with all this boatload of science, but I'm going to save that for the next episode. If you guys like me playing Kerbal Space Program and you want to see more, don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe. Otherwise, I will see you guys next time.